Hey, what is going on you guys, it's Epic here and welcome back to another video on the channel where today we're going to be talking about the Wonderlands Season Pass, which was just released in a trailer by the official Wonderlands account. I know it might sound weird to say that we're talking about the Season Pass a few weeks before the game is even out, but I guess they're throwing all their cards on the table here to really get people on board before the 25th of March. And first and foremost, I do want to make it clear that the first of the Season Pass content can be expected in April, but nonetheless we do have a trailer for it which is playing on screen now, and after this is done playing I will have a few screenshots that I want to draw your attention to. But as this is playing, I do want to tickle your minds with something that I said a while ago, and it was that the wording on the Wonderlands website in regards to the Season Pass was much different to other Borderlands DLCs. To keep it short and simple, the other Borderlands DLC Season Passes always had the wording of campaign add-ons and then more, whereas with Wonderlands the wording for their Season Pass strictly said that it would just be adding more content. It never really hinted at just doing campaigns, so my initial prediction was that the Wonderlands DLCs in the Season Pass would take a high priority on end game content, and it seems as though I was mostly correct on that prediction. As in the trailer and what you're seeing right now, it does seem like yes, we are going to be getting some campaign add-ons and whatnot, but as you may have already seen, not only are we going to be getting that, we're also going to be getting a brand new class. Now in terms of how all of this DLC content is going to work, they say that with Wonderlands each of these 4 DLCs will begin in a location called the Dream Veil Overlook, which to me looks very similar to Flame Rock Refuge, but I'll let you guys make your mind up on that one. And it says that there's a fortune teller called Vesper who is waiting for an audience, and around Vesper and around the Dreamvale Overlook there is going to be these 4 mirrors of mystery which are shown in the trailer, and each of these mirrors will transport you to a brand new world. It says that each of these worlds are going to have 5 levels to fight through, and then they'll be capped off with a fearsome boss encounter. So that right there sounds very similar to your typical headhunter pack. And what's actually unique is that, talking about headhunter packs, there is a shot in this trailer which shows what looks like it's some kind of Bloody Harvest inspired level. And going by the release date of this first set of content, which again is going to be in April, it makes you think, could we actually be seeing the return of Bloody Harvest in October? That right there does pique my interest quite a lot, but not as much as the new class, which they briefly show but don't really go into detail at all on what it is. So all I'll say is that it looks like some kind of Knight or Templar class, maybe a tank. I'm not exactly sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But man, I have to say that adding a new class to Wonderlands not only is the right idea, but an amazing way to generate tons of replayability. Now, I had been over this in the past with a few other content creators that basically if they were to add just another skill tree to one of the classes, it wouldn't generate as much diversity and as much replayability as adding a whole new class would, because for the most part you're still just going to be playing that original class and it's not going to feel as fresh. But it seems as though with the Season Pass, and I would guess beginning in April, they are going to add a new class entirely. Now I'm not sure if they actually will do it in April. I personally would recommend that they don't do that, just because I don't think we'll need it that close to launch, but regardless I think it's all around a good thing. Now just a few other things that I want to draw your attention to today is we have a few screenshots from these trailers which I want to briefly talk about. The first of which is the Lost Loot Machine, which we finally have a look at in Dreamvale, and as you can see it looks kind of similar to the Borderlands 3 one, but I'm unaware if it's going to work any different, maybe collect certain items for you or not. It would be really cool if you could configure it to pick up certain pieces of loot, but my prediction is that it's probably going to be exactly the same as it was in Borderlands 3. Now another shot that I want to show you guys is one of these bosses, presumably from the first DLC that's going to come out in the Season Pass, and it's this massive shark with some crazy effects going on. I don't really know what it is, but I do just want to show you guys the arena as a whole to once again draw comparisons to the headhunter packs from Borderlands 2, because this is extremely reminiscent of that, and it really makes me think that these might have a toggleable raid boss option. Hopefully that would be really insane if they did that. I think the one thing that was missing from 3 the most is that each DLC just didn't really add anything to endgame. game, but it looks like they go in the complete opposite direction with Wonderlands, and I could not be happier. Now, there isn't too many other shots that I want to show you guys, but there are some really cool scenery from this trailer, which I'm going to briefly show on screen here. I especially like the skull in the cave. I think that looks incredibly awesome. But the last screenshot that I want to show you guys here is basically the player fighting a troll in what looks like this really green overworld-esque kind of area. I don't really know how to describe it. It almost reminded me of like a Mario level when I first saw it. Yes, I said Mario for you Americans, even though we say Mario in the UK. But yeah, it looks really cool, and they're fighting this troll in, again, this kind of open Mario-esque area. But the reason why I wanted to show this to you guys is because the player is using a Tediore, which when they throw, it sends out this like galaxy dice which hits the enemy, and I just think that's super cool. And it's probably some kind of legendary coming in that DLC, but I think that's really neat, and it might have a rollable damage multiplier. Maybe if you roll a 20, you get times 20 damage. I'm not exactly sure, but I did just want to quickly show that off to you guys because it caught my eye and I thought it looked incredible. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will leave a link to the season pass in the description, and they also did announce something for Fortnite too, so if you want to go and check that out, please do. But yes, with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Remember, if you want to save some money on your G Fuel, use code NNG, and should you want to order Wonderlands and get the Knights of Butt Stallion cosmetic pack on PC, be sure to order the Chaotic Great Edition through my link in the description. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.